What up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka NinosCorner, man. First off, if you like this content that is coming your way, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, get all my notifications for every video that we have coming out here. Also, folks, if you're listening to this on any streaming podcast platform, folks, go like, comment, subscribe, and share to anybody who loves Texas football content. You guys already go Ninos Corner Sports, ninoscornersports.com at that. But today, folks, we're going to talk about the recent edition, class of 2025 quarterback KJ Lacey, 6'1", 180-pound quarterback from Saraland, Alabama. Folks, what do we like about KJ Lacey? Well, folks, first off, let's just share the screen here and we're going to talk about who he is from his on three profile, folks. So, from his on three profile, he is a consensus four-star recruit, the number 80 ranked player here in the country, the number fifth ranked quarterback in the country, and the number eighth ranked player in the state of Alabama, per the on three consensus. If you go and take a look at which sites really love him, like the most, ESPN has him as the number 47th ranked player here in the country, and Rivals has him as the number 66th ranked player in the country. To go along with on three, as number 111th ranked player in the country, and 247 Sports, that's number 112th ranked player in the country. But you average that all together and you get a consensus of the number 80th ranked player here in the country, the number fifth ranked quarterback, and the number eighth ranked player in the state of Alabama. Now, just going and taking a look at all the offers that he got. Of course, he chose Texas, but just take a look. It's a who's who. Alabama. It's hard to pull a quarterback, from that state, especially when a guy like Nick Saban wants you, and he has been to that campus, if I'm not mistaken, like a couple times here as well. Not far from home either. Florida State wanted him. They offered him. Ole Miss, UCF offered him. Auburn offered him. Oklahoma offered him. Let's take a look. Louisville offered him. South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Virginia Tech, Pitt, Texas A&M, Georgia Tech. I mean, the who's who. Notre Dame, Miami. Hey, look, there's two pages here. TCU offered him. Michigan State, West Virginia, Oregon, Colorado. With Deion Sanders, it's hard to turn down Deion these days. But if you go take a look, folks, he has been offered by the likes of everyone in the country. They want this guy to come play for them, and Texas was able to snag a guy like that, from the state of Alabama. This is big game hunting, from Coach Sarkisian. I think people understand that when Coach Sarkisian wants somebody, it doesn't matter where he is, doesn't matter what state he is in. Once he sees a quarterback, especially that he wants, he goes out and he gets that guy by all means necessary. We saw him do it with Malik Murphy. We've seen him do it with Arch Manning as well, and now we're seeing him do it with KJ Lacey. How does KJ fit in here at Texas? And when I take a look at that and talk about that, of course, we understand that we got Quinn Ewers here to start here for the 2023 season. We're all hoping and praying that Quinn does what we know Quinn can do. Quinn does his thing. He does a great thing. Plays well. Plays extremely well. He's going to start here this year. If he does really well, if Quinn goes to the draft next year, that opens things up for a pure quarterback competition here between Malik Murphy and Arch Manning. Malik Murphy looked amazing in the spring game. Arch Manning is still a freshman. Does he sit another year and play potentially as a redshirt sophomore, or does he play as a redshirt freshman as Texas enters the SEC? We shall see. But if this is all just hypothetical, if Quinn Ewers does well, goes to the draft this year, for the 2024 season, and let's say, for instance, Malik Murphy ends up winning that job and he balls out in his true third year, and let's say he goes to the draft or what have you, and then you have a guy like Arch Manning coming in here and he's starting in his third year. I know this is all a pipe dream, folks, but Arch does well, stays here for a couple years, and then you have a guy like KJ Lacey, him battling it out between him, Arch Manning, and also Trey Owens, who is the 2024 quarterback recruit here out of Texas. And you have a very healthy quarterback room. And I think that's what Sark sees, and that's what Sark understands, is that you got to stockpile. You have to stockpile quarterbacks in that quarterback room to ensure that that room does not suffer in case somebody does decide to transfer. You have a lot of guys who can come in there and play well and do great things for your team when called upon. We saw this at Alabama, having the likes of a Mac Jones, who was a first-round draft pick, on the same roster as Jalen Hurts, on the same roster as Tua. Also, Bryce coming behind him, and then Bryce having the competition behind him in the Jalen Milrow, and now Alabama brings in who is it, Trey Simpson as well, and then they get the guy from Notre Dame. So you got to keep stockpiling quarterbacks to assure that that room is healthy because all it takes is one play for you not to have your quarterback, and guess what? That backup is going to have to step in and do great things. And we saw, this happen in Texas last year with the likes of Hudson Card coming in and actually spelling Quinn Ewers for what was it, 3 to 4 games because of his shoulder injury that he sustained against Alabama. But let's just go ahead and let's get into the film and let's talk about what we absolutely like about KJ Lacey out of Saraland, Alabama, folks. There he is, 2025 quarterback KJ Lacey, 34. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, almost 3,200 yards. All right, let's see how his arm is. Lively arm. Look, oh man, what is that? 50-yard pass, like it was nothing. You see what he likes. You see what Sark likes. Quick trigger, gets the ball out very fast. That's something that he loves in a quarterback, to be able to get that ball out fast, read the defense as quick as he can, get it out. He has a quick trigger. Look at that in the back of the end zone. He's making throws across his body. These are throws that you teach your quarterback not to do, but if a guy has the arm talent to do that and make a throw across his body, look at that. Across his, it was effortless. I mean, this is just an amazing prospect here. You see him, good pass there as well, in a place where only his guy can catch the ball. We're seeing him here. Oh man, nice pass. Yeah, he's lively. He's lively. He's not the biggest quarterback. Oh man, the little sidearm. Ooh, the little sidearm. Oh man, this is stuff you can't teach. This is stuff you can't teach, folks. I love it. I love it. Oh man, he's quick with it. Oh, quick release. Quick release. What do he have? 40 touchdowns this year, and I think 4 rushing touchdowns, so 44 total, almost 3,200 yards passing. Um, Look at him mobile and see what I like about him in this game, just from the film. This is my first time seeing this film, folks. Is functional mobility, not running the ball because he has to, but moving around in the pocket just to be able to make a play in the pocket. And you see, he wants to be a true quarterback, and a true quarterback steps up, steps in that pocket, and makes the pass. Quick trigger, does his thing. I mean, man, this is a good pickup right here, dude. Oh man, a little small, little sidearm, but oh man, rolls out the pocket. Look at that functional mobility. Steps in the pocket, delivers a pass, takes a hit while he's passing the ball. He got guts. He has guts. Kind of steps off his back foot a little bit. But those are things that can be corrected. He's going extremely off of talent here at the high school level. Did he pass that? Oh my God, nice pass. Yeah, he's talented, dude. Arm talent is wicked. I mean, wicked arm talent. Ball placement is perfect. Um, just some mechanics that of course will get fixed at the college level here. Throws off his back foot some, but that's just because he's so talented, man. His arm talent is outstanding. I mean, the sidearm passes. Watch this. Watch this. Let's see what he does here. I mean, just quick trigger. I mean, it's out of there. And man, look at that. Look at that functional mobility. Looking down the field, he's moving around to look around the field to make a play down the field. And I'm not going to compare him to Bryce Young, but that's kind of what Bryce Young does. Bryce Young can run when he has to, but if you can be able to make a play down the field by just basically moving around the pocket and doing what you do, not having to take off and run and make yourself a target, what he's doing is uh, buying his guys some time, to assure that they can get open if they didn't get open in those first 2 to 3 seconds. Now, what I will tell you too is having a guy like this with functional mobility allows you to mask any deficiencies that you have on your offensive line because he is going to be able to scheme around those deficiencies because his quarterback is mobile enough to do great things. Now, this is the kind of quarterback that you want, that Sark wants, basically, that functional mobility. Guys, if we take a look, we saw what happened with Hudson Card. Hudson Card can run the ball, folks. A lot of people forget that Hudson Card was an all-state wide receiver or an all-district wide receiver. But Sark doesn't want his guys to run the ball. He wants them to look down the field and make plays. And sometimes you got to let your guys make plays. So this is the kind of quarterback that he wants to. This is a guy who's doing exactly what Steve Sarkisian wants, to be able to stay in the pocket, functional mobility, move around the pocket, and make plays um, based upon his ability to read the defense, uh, get get his guys open, and extend plays with his arm, with his legs also, but not running the ball, but with his arm through his legs, if that makes sense, folks. But man, he has a quick trigger. I mean, he has a hell of a trigger, man. I like the pickup. It's the first pickup here for the 20. Oh man, look at that. Off his back foot, kind of a sidearm off his back, going to his right. He's a right-handed quarterback going to his right. Look at that. Nice. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Y'all know I get excited when it comes to the recruiting season, folks. And it is about that time, man. It's about that time. But this is a 2025 guy, so folks, get excited about it, but also understand that Texas has to keep this guy locked in for 2 years. It is very hard to keep a player locked in for 2 years. We saw what happened with guys like, well, I won't mention any names now, but it's hard to keep guys locked in for a couple years. It just is. But if anybody can do it, I have the utmost confidence and Coach Sarkisian to be able to make that happen because he is a great quarterback coach. But folks, let me know in the comments what you think about KJ Lacey, Saraland, Alabama, class of 2025, 6'1", 180-pound quarterback, functional mobility, the ability to be able to move in the pocket, to make plays later, to be able to extend plays through his legs, but not having to actually run the ball, being able to extend his plays with his legs to get the functional mobility to be able to pass the ball. And I love his film. First pickup for the 2025 class. Outstanding pickup here for the University of Texas and the Longhorns. And kudos to Coach Sarkisian and AJ Milwee for another great quarterback here in this class. Look, he came in first year, gets Quinn Ewers and Malik Murphy. Don't forget about Malik Murphy. He's my guy. I love Malik Murphy. Um, Comes in backdoors at folks with a guy like Trey Owens in for the 2023. No, I'm sorry. I'm Arch Manning. I'm sorry. God. Arch Manning for the 2023 cycle, Trey Owens for the 2024 cycle, and now has KJ Lacey for the 2025 cycle. Does Texas take another quarterback? Because we all understand, folks, you need two in that room, but I think the Texas wide receiver room is pretty stacked. Also with a guy like Charles Wright in that room as well. So awesome pickup by the Longhorns. Gotta love it. Gotta love what Sark is building here. He's built some great work in the trenches here. And so any quarterback that is going to come in the 2024 and the 2025 cycles knows that they're going to have some outstanding offensive linemen in front of them, blocking for them, and some outstanding skill position guys, the likes of Jonte Cook, the likes of DeAndre Moore, the likes of A.D. Mitchell. Cedric Baxter. Come on, man. We got ballers, man. And so any quarterback will be excited and astounded to play in this offense with that kind of talent and the beef up front. But on that note, folks, man, leave a comment. Just let me know what you think about this pickup. And like in all my podcasts, folks, do you. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance. Do you. Horns always up. Nino's Corner. I'm out. Hook 'em.